My next guest is from Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Lewis Brown, aka LB the Fourth. This video is sponsored by Aztec Link and their official content branch, the We Believe Network. The We Believe Network is a subscription-based platform that allows viewers to get access to exclusive Aztec content. That money is then reinvested back into the program to create NIL opportunities for the athletes themselves. Enjoy the video.
What's going on, my guy?
What's up, bro? Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Appreciate you, man. So LB the Fourth, man. Fourth of your name.
Yeah.
That's dad, grandpa, great grandpa. You feel like there's a little bit of responsibility to name your kid LB, keep it going?
At first, I was thinking about it, but later down the line, because at first I was like, I don't really like. I feel like it's an old head name, Just me as a kid, I'm like, I don't like my name. So my pops was like, well, when you get older, you had a decision whether if you want to keep it going or change it. But once I got older, I'm like, I feel like I wanted to give my kid, whether if he want to keep it or change it or not.
Okay.
But I'm still in the midst.
Yeah, make a middle
still deciding.
Yeah.
I'm
got you. When did you start going by LB?
Really all my life, because I was always with my pops, going through like football stuff and everything. But my pops was known as Big LB, and I was always Little LB. So
there you go.
It just went on from there. So.
That's cool. And then you rock number 4 because of that?
Yeah.
Always? Or did you have a different number?
Before I was number 4, my youth career, I was number 2 before I was number 4.
Okay.
But my pops was like, you should get that 4, Yeah. I like LB4.
Why 2? Do you have a favorite player or something like that?
My favorite player was Julio Jones.
Okay.
But he wasn't number 4.
Did he wear 1?
I think he wore.
What did he wear?
11?
11, okay.
Oh, well, I knew him from the time at 11 when he was on the Falcons,
Yeah.
So. But nobody really had 4 that I really like looked at or modeled my game as. But it was just, I'm the 4th Lewis Brown.
Yeah.
And it just fit me,
I rocked 2 for a little bit because Johnny Manziel, whenever he was going
Johnny
on
Football was crazy.
Johnny Football,
he was crazy.
And then I rocked 15 for 1 year for Tebow.
Okay.
My 2 is
Tim Tebow was nice too, though.
Yeah.
I feel like some guys sleep on him, bro. He was nice, though.
And then I always wear 7, but when we got to high school, it was retired at my school. We had a running back, Toby Gearhart. Played for the Vikings for a little bit. I think for the Jags, too. So they retired it. So it's either
they retired 7?
9. Yeah, at my school. So, but the single digits when I got there was either 4 or 9, and I just kind of chose 9. Like there's no reason.
It wasn't no real reason why you chose 9.
Yeah, and then when I got here, people started calling me K9, and I was like, all right, cool.
Nah, I like the K9. I'm not gonna lie, I like the K9, but that fits you, bro.
Thanks, man. So, growing up, was it always just football, or did you play a little bit of everything?
So I played. My main 2 sports was basketball and football, but other than that, it was really just football. I just felt like I loved this sport way more than other sports, and ever since then, I just stuck with it.
Yeah, and I've seen your jumper too. So
back then, my jumper was cash. I don't know what happened now. The lifting weights, got a little stronger.
You got too swole. That's what it is.
The ball is too small sometimes.
Got it. Understandable.
More of a slash and lockdown type now. So.
Nice, man. Who in your family really pushed you in sports? Was it your dad, or do you have brothers and sisters too that got you into it?
So I'm the oldest sibling out of all my siblings, but I say my uncles. When my uncles was playing football, they was just really talented. And they stood out on the field. I'm like, I got this in my game too. Like I can, follow their footsteps and like become like a good player like them. So I say my uncles, when they was playing football at the time, they really motivated me to keep going and doing what I'm doing. So.
Would you work out with them? Like would they train you and stuff, or were they busy doing their own stuff?
Some of my uncles was from like a different city, like an hour away or 2. So whenever we do, had a chance to get some work in, then we would do. So, but it wasn't like an often, like, go see them just to get some work. It was like whenever we see each other, hit the field, get some work and stuff. So.
Cool. For high school, I know you went to Inglewood High, right?
Home of the Sentinels.
Was that your home school? Like you always knew you were going there, or did you go there just for football because you knew like, that's where you want to be? So
my high school career, before I went to Inglewood, I went to Narbonne High School.
You went to Narbonne?
Yeah, I went to Narbonne.
Okay, yeah, we used to. I went to Centennial my freshman year.
Centennial?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we played them. I was a freshman. The varsity team played them. I didn't get any reps or anything, but I remember going to those games.
Yeah, I was on freshman.
Gotcha.
My freshman and sophomore year, I was freshman in JV. But The second semester of my 10th grade year, I transferred to Inglewood because Narbonne was going through some, some stuff like with court for football and everything.
Gotcha.
So I had to, reestablish where I'm going to be playing at. So, I knew a coach, my coach, Coach Fig from Inglewood, and he knew about me already because I had went to one of his 7-on-7 camps when I was younger.
Does Coach Fig run? Is he part of like Premium?
Or? Yeah. He's
okay.
founder of Premium.
Gotcha. Okay.
I played for the 7-on-7 team as well for a year. So
nice.
I was really able to, get a good connection with him and, play for him, and it worked out pretty well.
Awesome. So you were part of the team. You guys scored 100, right?
106.
Dude.
We was known as a 106 boy.
That's what they started calling you? Walk me through that game, man. Was that a rivalry? Like you really just wanted to send a message? Or
so our league wasn't like that. It was filled with that many good teams like as us. So there was a school in Inglewood from like a couple minutes away. So they wasn't that good. You know, we was just athletic and, good. So, but we knew like, cause our quarterback, Justin Martin, he was, I guess we wanted him to break the passing record or the touchdown record.
Okay. So was this like late in the season? He was trying to get the numbers up?
Yeah. So I think it was for 13 passing touchdowns.
In one game?
In one game. And I think he hit it too. And I believe I have 4 touchdowns and a couple other receivers have 4 touchdowns as well. But we really didn't have no backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And the team that they had a choice at halftime whether they want to continue playing or call it.
Yeah.
But they wanted to continue playing.
Yeah, you gotta finish.
So I was like, okay, we just gonna, we're gonna get this record for our quarterback. Yeah. And we're gonna go about our day.
But you guys still like, were you onside kicking going for 2? Or no, just playing normal?
I think we did go for 2 a couple of times, but we really didn't have no backup quarterback or backup.
Yeah, that was one thing that always frustrated me, especially like junior, senior year, earlier in my senior year when I didn't have like offers or anything, is whenever we would play, like a weaker team, and we might be up 30 at half, but I only threw 5 passes, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get like film, I'm trying to get a scholarship, like. I understand we're whooping them, but like, let me show off. Let me throw some deep balls. But at the same time, like, I understand from my coach perspective, like, if I run a deep pass every single play, like, it doesn't look good. But I respect for you guys for putting up the numbers.
We didn't want to do that specifically to him. But
so after that game, I know I probably got some media attention and stuff. Did you get like any scholarship offers or like start talking to new coaches once that like circulated?
My recruiting process, it was like slow, it was like quiet, but after that game, it didn't really, like catch a lot of coaches' attention or whatever. But throughout the season, I started getting a couple of offers like slowly or whatever. But not after that game, they like coaches start hitting me up and stuff, just because we put up 106. But
well, dude, 4 touchdowns. How many yards do you think you had? Probably 200 or something.
I don't know.
That's like that's like 4 weeks of production. Right
it's like all 3 of our receivers had like 3-4 apiece.
That's awesome.
Running back had like 3 touchdowns. Marion Harden. We was just going crazy that game.
That's cool. Do you remember what was your first offer?
My first offer was Arizona State University.
Okay. How'd that happen? They call you or
so it's crazy. I was actually with my boy from Washington State, Buddha, at his crib chilling. And out of nowhere, my Coach Fig texted me. He was like, "Congrats! Like Arizona State just offered you."
Oh,
I showed Buddha. I'm like, "Bro, I wasn't even talking." I'm like, "Bro, look, we just start going crazy." Like, yeah, like bro, it's your first one. You got it. It's up from here. You about to tee up. But I was like really excited. I ain't gonna lie, cause
that's cool.
I was like, I don't know when they're gonna come in and like the offer's gonna start rolling in. I was just humble, waiting patiently, for my time. And when he sent that message, I was just really excited.
Was that like junior year for you or senior?
It was senior. Going into my senior year.
Okay. Yeah. Got you. How much? I know obviously Coach Fig, like well connected, running the Premium and all, Premium 7-on and all that. How much did you feel like 7-on-7 was a part of your recruiting process, or do you feel like it was more just a developmental tool to work on your routes and things like that?
For me, I said developmental tool. It was good for, just having that extra, trying to get the extra exposure.
Yeah.
If for certain guys, but for me, when I did 7-on-7, it wasn't like that. Mm-hmm. Like I was just playing, like you said, for development tools and working on our craft, and because I was also playing with our quarterback and running back at the time too. So for us to
you guys were actually working on
timing, for us to get a connection for our real high school games, and it did play a big part for our season.
And I just see like on social media sometimes like people spend all this money flying all the way across the country doing like tournaments every single weekend, and like it is cool because I have great memories of like traveling for tournaments and things like that, but I just like want to remind people at the end of the day, like it's for development and it's to get your timing and things.
Yeah,
and like to hear it from you is like it's cool too.
Yeah, I don't want guys feeling like they should like thinking about like 7-on-7 like they about to just start racking up offers from it, because it's not really like that. So
yeah, man. Okay, so Colorado State was obviously where you went out of high school. What about them attracted you over some other schools while you were still in your senior year?
So I believe I had 4 or 5 offers at the time, and I just felt like Colorado State was my best interest at the time, and the best place at the time for me to go, despite my other offers, because I wasn't really feeling it. So I chose a place where I feel like I can be something here, or develop to become a better man.
That's cool, man. Yeah. Take me through some. You guys had some cold games, huh? Because we played up there last year. I think it was like 50. Like it wasn't too crazy.
Did you like it? Fort Collins.
The stadium was cool. I mean, we
didn't really go around. The facility is fine.
Yeah. We don't really go like. I mean, but whenever you go to the game, like you fly in, hotel, you do walkthroughs, you play, and you fly back that night.
Food
so like I didn't really get to see around the area, but like stadium was cool. They had the cannon going off whenever.
Yeah, whenever you score a touchdown.
I think that was when the fourth quarter starts and all the lights turn off and like the green ones come on.
That's fire.
That was cool.
All the lights go out too.
I don't know what song was on. Then your whole team was like singing over there.
The LED lights around the whole stadium.
Yeah, that was intimidating.
Fire. And then the cannon just shooting.
Boom.
But I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't messing with it when I was caught off guard. I was caught off guard when the cannon was going off. I wasn't messing with it.
It gave me a
little jump scare.
Flinch every time.
But it was cool though. It was cool.
Yeah, I want to hear some stories about you got any big catches or just cool moments from your time there.
I feel like my best moment was obviously me playing against CU with them. Oh my God, that game was, I just feel like that was the most funnest game I ever played in my life.
Yeah.
So just having that experience and just to play against Deion Sanders, one of the greatest players, ever to touch the field, I was just excited. I felt like I was, built for the moment to happen. I was ready to step up to the plate, so just, I feel like that was my best, moment being there. It was cool, just being out there from a guy from LA and small town in Fort Collins, just to get away a little out your environment. So that was also good for me too.
Was that the game you went right over the top on the DB's head?
No. That was Boise State. That was Boise State game.
I saw that one recently. I know you say you played against Deion. Did you meet him and stuff after the game, or he was out of there?
Nah,
we guys were at their place, right?
Yeah,
was that the overtime game.
Double overtime.
Double OT.
So after the game ended, we was, mad that we lost. Like, we knew we should have won and had that game, But, after the game, we just, went back to the locker.
Yeah.
So I ain't had no words for, nobody,
Gotcha.
I just wanted my guys to keep their head up and just keep it moving. So
nice. I know, going into the transfer portal, looking for a better opportunity, who do you feel like you could really talk to, whether it's like family members or like high school coaches, who like helped you through that process? I know it's probably got to be difficult, not knowing where you're going to be able to end up.
Got you. Well, my high school coach, Coach Fit, he played a process in that.
Okay.
My pops, he looking at different schools and teams to see, where I would fit in at, or whatever needed like receiver like me.
Yeah.
And it was a couple.
Were they happy to get you back closer to home too? I'm sure.
Yeah. My parents are super excited to get me back home, just because now they can, come to more games and see me more and play in action. So
so I know you got a touchdown in the spring game, man. What did it feel like, your first of many in the new stadium?
Man, Because leading up before that, we had the 7-on-7, the 1-on-1s, and I wasn't really Samson was on my tail. I wasn't really doing what I should be doing and like how I should be ran and everything.
Yeah.
So when we got to team, actually, I was like, all right, now it's time to go.
Yeah.
We got to lock in. We need to drive the field, go score. So when the play was called, I just felt like I got to make the play. So just having that mindset, like we got to go score, and I feel like I needed to do just that.
Yeah, first drive.
Right
at the scene.
First drive, man. I was like, let's get it.
Yeah,
like, we got to set the tone, keep it going, and yeah.
I like it, man. Next question I had is I want to ask, who was your biggest motivator? I know obviously there's ups and downs in football, but who was like the main person that just kept you going like through the hard times?
I wouldn't say anybody specifically, but I feel like my biggest motivator is like my family and the people that support me.
Yeah.
Like I have like a huge support system, like that really like means a lot to me, and my family, just making them proud, it's making me a lot more proud, so them just doing what I need to do, playing the sport that I love, and by them watching and seeing that as me grow up, it's just fantastic. Like,
that's awesome.
I love making my family and everyone that watches me and support is proud. Like it really make me more happy, so
yeah, that's great, bro. How do you feel like you balance the workload on the field with like still being you and your free time off the field? That's kind of a loaded question.
Nah, yeah, but I mean, you gotta keep the main thing, like our coaches say, So when it's time for anything doing with football related or football activities, then I feel like it's a different type of switch, the mode that you have to lock in, But outside of football, you're not gonna have that much free time, So you're gonna have to pick what you want to do wisely and like in a good amount of like time span to do whatever you want to do. But when you dedicate and focus on one thing, then you got to do stuff outside of the football world that's going to separate you from other guys.
Yeah, I like to always structure my days when I can, like doing everything in the morning. Like out in the summer, we run, lift, film, throw, get all that done first thing, because I feel like if I do other stuff in the morning, I know I got football stuff at night, like I feel like I'm like anxious all day, just like waiting for it.
Like ready to get after, huh?
Yeah, bro, because like when we did like afternoon practices and stuff, like if I get done with my class at noon and practices at 3, I'm just like thinking about practice all day, like ready to go. But I know we're doing the morning workouts in fall. Did you do that? Like Carlos said, you guys go morning?
Yeah, so morning, spring, fall, it was all in the morning.
Okay, so I've never actually done the morning practice thing. Do you like it? We always been afternoon here.
Okay. I feel like I like morning.
Yeah,
for better than afternoon. Just afternoon. I feel like that's the time you just chill and relaxing whatever you're doing. But I was used to practicing in the morning and stuff like that. But it was just quick small transition of practicing in the morning. I mean, not in the morning, my fault. And afternoon now, like how Pop Warner days was. Like,
yeah, that's true. So after school, get a little snack straight to practice, bro. Man.
Yes, them days was fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, dude, Toughness Tuesday today was reminding me of like you guys have Hell Week in youth football.
God, Hell Week. Oh my God, especially in youth.
Yeah, what was like your worst? You have a drill or something like that? You just
So when I was playing for the LA Rams, my youth football team at Fremont High School, and we had Hell Week, and we had it's this drill called Snakes. It's literally like you're on a goal line. You start on a goal line, and then you running on every line. Like it's like
so
on every single line
up to 5 yards.
Yeah, so
to 10.
Run down to that sideline, come back on the other 5, and then go to that sideline, come on to 10.
Oh, you 15, going full field?
The whole field, there, down, and back. So
you guys are like 9.
God, yes, we was like, how old was I? I'll probably say like 10. Yeah, like 10, 11.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel like I was about to pass out there, bro.
We used to have like just circuits where it'd be like one drill was ladders, one was bags, or whatever. But I remember we always had to bear crawl to the next station.
Oh my God.
And the field was like, it was like grass and like rocks and dirt.
Bear crawls and up downs.
Oh my gosh.
Hated them.
Yeah, bro.
Hated them. But I guess we have to do it.
Paid off, man.
It paid off. So
yeah, that's cool, dude. Um, as far as like, you know, overcoming adversity and stuff, I know you shared a little bit with me about like your family this morning. If you just want to tell the people, you know, watching that might be going through something similar, you know, how, you know, what happened and how, you know, you got through it and, you know, stay focused on football. I just want to give you a chance to kind of share that story.
Yeah. So, you know, when adversity hits you, you just have to like find a way to like not think about it as much and like try your best to like get through something, because everybody's going to go through it, you know, whether young, old, kid, you're going to go through adversity. And what I say to that is just that you got to fight back, you know. When you get knocked down, you got to get right back up, as everybody say. So man, when adversity hits, just be prepared. Always have your mind set to where you're going to like know, oh my God, what am I trying to say right now? I'm thinking about it loud, but
all good, man.
Hold on, let me see, because these stuff be a little more deeper than the actual, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll just say, man, just keep the main thing when you're going through adversity. You know, it sucks when things happen, but you know, you got to always believe in God. You know, make sure you keeping Him your number one, and you know, you believe in Jesus Christ, and He's going to get you through whatever, you know, comes your way, and you're going to be prepared for it. So I'll just say, man, keep your head down, work, and just continue to work. And outwork the next person. So
I know a lot of people probably don't, you know your story and the things you've been through. Is that something you feel comfortable, like you want to talk about?
Yeah,
we can. What actually, you know, all the things that happened.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. So I just want you to
tell
your story.
I don't know like the specific date or anything, but my pops, you know, had a brain tumor in his head, and it stopped him from playing football and his football career and everything. So, you know, I feel like that was adversity for him, because just as much as he loved football, I love it too.
Yeah.
And I know that was his passion and everything. So, you know, he just had to, you know, find a way to get through and maneuver through that, because I know that was really hard for him. You know, just going through that, you know, like you can't play the sport that you want to play no more because, you know, a brain tumor, and you don't know how long like it can be in your head or when you're gonna get taken out, you know, or surgery on it, or whatever. So yeah, just that happened probably set him back a little bit, but you know, once he was back on his feet, you know, you can't really try to let things keep you out of doing what you wanted to do, or continue on helping others, or, you know, just finding something else that putting your mind to do it, you know. So
I know you mentioned earlier, like one thing that brings you a lot of joy is seeing your family happy on the sidelines and stuff. Do you feel like, you know, seeing him down the field like means a little bit more?
Oh my God, like, he already know. He tell me every time I'm already what, and I say I'm like proud of me. So just knowing like I'm making my pops happy what I'm doing, and you know he proud of me, and that's going like we're gonna always be close, have that connection, you know. So and nothing gonna be able to separate us from that. But just me making him proud is like a big thing for me.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate you you sharing that. I'm sure there's people watching that like, you know, are going through similar stuff, and if they can relate to you and use that to help them, you know, get it through, or just stay focused on what they're doing, then, you know, if it helps one person, it's worth it to share that story.
Just to get it out to the world, because you know, you never know what anybody going through. So I also feel like you shouldn't judge nobody, because
that's good. You never know.
You really never know. So.
Yeah. One of the big motivators is that I think about, like when things are hard, like running this morning and stuff, is went on a trip to the river. My best friend growing up, and his name's Uncle Davey, and he lost from his knees down on both legs in Afghanistan. And we watched Avatar with them, and you know, Avatar, like the Marine is in a wheelchair, can't use his legs, and like he goes in the machine and then he can run around and things like that. It's like the kind of quick premise of the movie, and he made us watch it with him, and he was like, man, I would give anything to just like run around
again,
things like that. So he told us, he was like, next time you're doing conditioning, or like you're doing squats or something, and you're like, oh, this sucks, like think about how bad I want to do it. And like that really like struck me, bro.
Yeah, it's going to hit you.
To this day, I think about it, like today, this morning, we're doing sprints, and I'm like, dang, like I'm getting tired. But then I think, man, he would give anything just to be able to do these.
Just to be in your shoes.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of people out there that would do whatever it takes to be in our shoes. Bro.
Yeah, 100%. Even just, you know, college football being the one percenters, like yeah.
I feel like if it was more people to realize that, I feel like that'd give them that extra motivation. You know, like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's a kid that's probably working twice as hard as you, but you where he wants to be at. You know, like
I heard a good quote. I don't know which one of my coaches told me it, but he said, like, obviously there's a statistic that, you know, less than 1% of football players make it to the D1 level.
Facts.
And he has said it's not there's a 1% chance that you'll make it. It's a 1% lottery. It's 1% of people are going to do what it takes to make it. And obviously there's a big, you know,
that's real too.
There's a genetic component to it. You know, you got to have the size, you got to have the speed to some aspect. But, you know, whenever he told me that, it made me realize, like, it's not just, oh, I hope I get lucky and I'm part of that 1%.
Yeah.
It's only 1% of people are willing to sacrifice beach days in the summer so you can go run. You know, sacrifice video game time so you can watch some film.
Sacrifice video games, beach, shoot, partying.
All that.
Etc. All that stuff, man.
Awesome, man. Last couple of things I want to wrap it up with, just kind of where you see yourself after you're done playing. I know you probably aspirations going pro, but whenever, you know, it's time to hang up the cleats, do you think you want to stay around the sport, do broadcasting or some type of thing like that, or coaching?
I got this question.
Go ahead.
But you know, after my football career over with, man, I feel like I want to coach.
Okay.
You know, install the things that I went through and the knowledge that I know about the game into somebody else. You know, another kid that's trying to get to the top or get to the next level. I feel like I'd be a good mentor and help dudes. You know, just bring energy, like, you know, get like some energy up out of them and make sure they happy, you know, and just make sure that they working and should be doing, you know, the things that they do, because if that's your passion, you know, then you're gonna do it whatever it takes, you know, to get to where you want to get to. So I feel like coaching, you know, podcasts as well too on the side, you know, just talking about the game, or, you know, just chilling with my boys and just chatting about, you know, just life, you know, stuff like that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's like a big part of why I like doing these is because I want the fans and the people watching get to know you, but I also like getting to know my teammates better, you know, on a deeper level and stuff. So, hey, I appreciate you coming on, man.
I appreciate you for having me, bro.
It's been a good time, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for tuning in. Want to give one more quick shout out to our sponsors, Aztec Link and the We Believe Network. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and check out the link in the description to get started today.